Morning, afternoon, evening, folks, whenever it is you're watching this. Jay here on the 12th of January with some Leeds news for you. And some stuff is breaking as we're getting ready for this morning. But we'll start off with the transfer stuff. Let's get that out of the way. And there's a bits and pieces floating in before we get to the main story. But we are going to talk about Georginio, Rutter, Azzedine, Ounahi, Junior Firpo's move potentially out of Leeds, the update on Seko, Fofana, as well as Leeds team news for the game against Aston Villa tomorrow. Jesse Marsh's press conference is just finished, and then the day. We'll start off with Rutter, and let's get through this. So, according to Fabrizio Romano and Sky Germany, on the main kind of in the know, people are saying the deal for Georginio Rutter from Hoffenheim to Leeds is a done deal. They're saying a 28 million euro fixed price that could lead up to 40 million euro, including add-ons, is the deal in place. Player is expected to travel to Leeds today in order to complete his medical, and what they're saying is a long contract, 5-year contract, being mooted. So looks like that's all wrapped up. The delay apparently was Leeds are trying to get the deal down below 30 million as the initial investment, and it looks like Leeds managed to do that as well. 28 million euro being the fee. So positive news there. Rutter won't be available obviously for the Villa game, but should be available for the midweek games coming up. But yeah, another strong signing. Leeds transfer record now. So a very young man, 20 years of age, breaking their transfer record. So fingers crossed he settles in early. Let's get behind him, though. Let's not knock the kid before he's ever kicked the ball for us. Let's go and let's get behind the kid. Anyone who wears a Leeds jersey, we should always get behind him. And let's move on. And let's talk about Azzedine Ounahi, who's been linked multiple times with Leeds, and it's kind of ebbed and flowed between Leeds, the front runners to get him. Player didn't want to come. Where is it now? So according to L'Equipe in France, or L'Equipe, depending on who pronounces what, they are saying that Leeds have submitted a £22 million bid for the Moroccan midfielder. They're also saying that Napoli are interested, and it is the agent who is pushing for the deal to Napoli. Napoli did offer £15 million. We're in that CDK bracket that we were in during the summer, where you've got an Italian club offering significantly less money than Leeds, but a player and their agent seem to want to push in the other direction. It remains to be seen what happens there. But according to L'Equipe, they said that Leeds are best placed to do this deal. Now, depending on what you read into it, according to James Marshman and Graham Smith and a few other people, Leeds have changed their transfer targets. They're now looking at 3 players. So that's a left-sided defender, which they brought in Firpo. You're looking at a striker, which looks they've done with Rutter, and they're looking at a midfielder as well. I still think there could be a surprise in there as well. But if you look at that and go, well, is Ounahi the one? Well, according to Media Foot in France, Seko Fofana could be the one that comes in. We mentioned him yesterday, and what that Media Foot have said is Leeds are the front runners to sign the Ivorian midfielder. Arsenal's captain is rated at about 30 million euro as a fee up front. It'd be interesting to see if Leeds can raise that to get it. We still don't know who's funding Leeds transfers right now. But somebody is because all of a sudden a lot of money's been thrown around. Reports in France say, though, that this is probably not a deal that Leeds will do in January. This looks like it's very much going to be a deal that Leeds will do in the summer. That remains to be seen. I think Seko Fofana would be a smashing midfielder for Leeds to bring in now. I think he would add a little bit more, oomph or emphasis in midfield, a bit more power going forward as well. So, and has goals in his locker. Talking about players that are moving on from Leeds, Junior Firpo, we mentioned yesterday that he could be looking at a move away from Leeds, and Real Betis were interested in the player. What's come out from Estadio Deportivo today is that they are looking at a potential loan deal to bring Firpo back. He is on their wish list, and it's said to be a player that they're very interested in replacing Moreno, who's gone to Aston Villa. But they see this as a one-season fit. So what they're probably looking at is bringing Firpo back on loan for the remainder of the season, and then moving for a different left back in the summer, or seeing how it goes with Firpo before they make a deal permanent. So it's a smart move, you think about it. But we bought the player, hasn't worked from here. Get him on loan for a bit, have a little look at him, see if he's fitting, and then make that decision. So there's that one. Leeds team news. I'm not going to go to Jesse Marsh's press conference in full. Does want to talk about transfers. There's a couple of injury issues. And some good news as well. According to team news, he basically said that Pat Bamford will be back with the squad for the game traveling to Villa. Fingers crossed he's got another hat-trick in his locker. Luis Sinisterra, Archie Gray, and Stuart Dallas are still out, although Sinisterra has been back on the pitch and is expected back in team training this week. Crescencio Somerville is out for about a month, and that's after suffering an injury after the challenge that he received on his ankle against Cardiff. Awful tackle. There should have been a red card, not a yellow card. And Jesse Marsh talked to the players not being looked after or not being, taken care of by referees, and it was a terrible tackle. And it leaves Leeds in a situation with one of our most impactful players who's just come back from a knock has now gone back out with a similar knock in the same area of the ankle. So Somerville out for up to a month, and we'll have to wait and see how that goes. On the signs coming in, it looks like Rutter's done. Leeds looking at possibly one more player in this window, potentially a midfielder. I keep saying it again, either buy a left back so Firpo can play centre half, or buy a centre back as well. That's the area I think Leeds need to strengthen. But so far, it looks like a pretty positive January transfer window, considering what we've put up with before in January transfer windows. That's pretty much it for today, folks. Just want to say massive thanks as always for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with some more Leeds news and a preview to the Aston Villa game. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.